Hi, my name is Laura Waterhouse, and I'm going to tell you about my vacation in Washington, D.C. Two years ago, my mom, my brother, and I flew to Washington, D.C. to visit my aunt and my uncle and my two cousins. When we arrived, I noticed how warm it was compared to in the West. One night while we were there, it snowed, and I was really surprised to see that. We also went to visit Gallaudet, and it was really interesting because I want to go there someday. My mom actually had a conference there, so that's why we went, and my brother and I wanted to go see Washington, D.C., so we went with her. The conference was in this really fancy hotel, so my brother and I just stayed in the room and watched TV all day. We did go to the Smithsonian Museum. It was really interesting, but all of a sudden I started to feel dizzy and sick. So we left the museum, went back to the hotel, and it just kept getting worse and worse, so I went to go see the doctor, and the doctor said if it gets worse, you can come see me again. So I went back to the hotel, and all night I was tossing and turning. I could not sleep. I felt itchy. So the next day we went back to see the doctor, and he said I had scarlet fever. His remedy was sweet foods and chocolate. After I ate this sweet food and chocolate, I felt even worse. And that evening, it was even worse, so my aunt and my mom both thought I should go to the hospital. So I walked out of the house, and I felt really dizzy, and I was watching for cars, but I kept going, and it just felt like this car was so close to me, like an inch away from my face. My mom was yelling at me, but of course I couldn't hear her. So when we arrived at the hospital, as soon as I walked through the door, I threw up. So after I saw the doctor, he said that I had to stay for a couple days. So we did. We stayed in the hotel for 2 more days, and I just watched TV with my brother. And my mom slept all day too. My mom was trying to set up a tour for the White House, and they kept denying her, and she kept trying, called again and again, and finally they said okay, that we could come and do the tour at the White House, but I felt too sick and I couldn't go.